I'm excited because today I'm chatting with Dan Riley, who is a thought leader and keynote speaker on the future of work and happens to be the co-founder at RADICL, which is an AI work technology platform that helps organizations optimize work experience for their people. Dan, thanks so much for coming on.
My pleasure. Great to be on your show, Joel, and this conversation is going to be exciting.
I'm excited too, but before we get into the actual HR questions, summer months are coming up. What's one of your favorite summer vacation spots?
Oh man, I love the beach. I am kind of a sun and water person. I'm lucky enough where I get to travel to cool cities for work, so I get to see the culture of cities. But when it's time to unplug and unwind, I like beach, I like the ocean, and I like a little sip of tequila. Some of my favorite spots, certainly, I love heading into Mexico, Tulum or Playa. I love the East Coast, Long Island, so the Atlantic is beautiful over there.
Those three hit my checklist for a summer vacation: beach, sun, and tequila. Like, that sounds like a good trip to me. So let's dive in here. I know RADICL put out research here recently, and Mercer put out their global talent report that listed work redesign as a main area of focus for both CEOs and for HR teams. At the moment, though, it seems like kind of the majority of that work redesign is centered around the going lean principle and just simply reducing headcount across departments. Do you think that this is a necessary step in the work redesign process, considering the rapid adoption of AI, or, is this more of a reaction to the current economic climate?
That's the great question. I will say this. I'll start by saying it should not be the starting point of any redesign, right? I think you have to look at your people, your business more holistically as a starting point. Absolutely, there is a time and a place where organizations do need to tighten up. You can do more with less in some cases, and that might be an outcome. But starting there just to get to the numbers that you're trying to achieve is, I will go on record by saying, this is a terrible way to run your business, because you'll just get there again, because it's a Band-Aid approach. So when we think about work redesign and reimagination, it's number one, it's understanding that we are in a world that is much more hybrid than it used to be. We have remote teams. Work is done differently. It's cross-functional now. Traditional hierarchy of how we stand up teams, for most cases, doesn't really exist. So it's really understanding what individuals bring into the equation and empowering the individual and making sure there's clear direction, right? There's clear meaning. There's clarity in what we're doing and why we're doing it. There's trusted connections in the workplace. It's incredible what that does for productivity. When we found that right now, only 21% people in the workforce feel like they have what we call an epic work experience. And an epic work experience consists of, they have meaning, they have clarity, and they have trusted connection in the workplace. And one of the biggest issues with that is trust, right? Organizations don't trust their people like they used to. So the first step to get to that sweet number is cutting. And I think it's a terrible way to start. I think you have to take a step back. Again, that might be an outcome of it. But redesign is exactly that: redesign, reimagination. Let's be careful to say that AI will replace people. In some cases that might happen, but I think it's also going to create new opportunity for certain people. But we have to be careful. We have to be supportive of people, always put people first. And by doing that, the outcome of business performance is just that. It's outcome of taking care of your people. And anyone who starts with profit, margin, growth as a starting point of what's broken, you won't fix it. You need to start with your people. And if you get that right, your team's right, connection right, your clarity right, your meaning right, your outcomes and your success and your growth and your North Star will fall.
Yeah. And the whole work redesign process is so large and encompassing. Who should own that? Should that be on HR, or should that be more collaboratively worked on across the entire organization?
I don't think work redesign should necessarily be owned by HR. I think HR has a huge role to play in that. But I'm a big believer in collaborative functional leaders, business leaders, coming together, because again, HR needs to be involved when they need to be involved, and they can help bring tools in. They can help navigate change internally, but ultimately, as far as really understanding what's getting done and the intimacy of what's getting done at the team level, at the functional level, at the division level, that needs to happen across the organization. There's no easy way to do it except communicate, listen, really understand your business, be obsessive about your business in a healthy way, and make decisions that aren't just on a spreadsheet. Make decisions with people in mind, make decisions with your clients in mind, and make decisions with the long play in mind. If you make decisions that will make things look better for 6 months, you're doing just that, and you'll bounce back. You need to make long play decisions.